Hi, this is my 41st video. First of all, I just want to thank anybody who's been watching my videos. I hope my videos have been enlightening, validating, or provided some reassurance that this thing that's happening to you is not only happening to you but to many others. As you can see, I still cover my face. This is for the purpose of not, I know this program is meant to make the target individual look like he's mentally ill, and when you give your testimonies about this terrible program and what's happening to you, it does sound like it. So that's why I'm covering it, covering my face. I have no shame in who I am or what I have to say, but I don't want this to be used against me. And so I hope that my videos are still impacting somebody, even if it's just one person. And I hope you understand why I'm covering my face, and why I will continue to cover my face as long as I can. Uh, so today I just wanted to talk about the people involved in this program, some of the innocent people who are involved in this targeting. I mean, when I mean the innocent, the people participating that are innocent, and specifically children. It's really sad to see, and I was brought to make this video today, right after I just got back from the grocery store, and with me they have this persona where they just keep trying to trying to portray me as something I'm not, and using children and young children, and doing some terrible things, disturbing things to me, using these children, and this is the persona they're trying to push on me. And today, specifically, I want to, the reason why I'm making this video is because I was inspired to make this video based on what just happened. I went to the grocery store. As you know, this usually is, perps as always. And so they like to showcase, like, look, just kids. And after I usually just ignore everything that goes there. I just focus on what I need to do. I don't pay too much attention to what they try to do to me, or what they're trying to portray me as. I just kind of ignore everything there. I see them as an act. They all, it's so obvious. But today, what brought me to make this video is, right after I was done paying the cashier, they usually position kids that, in an angle where I can see them at some point, and they can try to create some stuff in my head. And so I look at this child, and this child might not even be a teenager. She looks so innocent. She's such a innocent individual, like, just because she's so young. And it's sad that they could use this kid that's not even, that doesn't know the gravity of what she's participating in, and trying to portray me as something I'm not by using this innocent person. It was painful. It was almost felt so bad for this child, because she doesn't know what she's involved with, and seeing how innocent she was. She was just minding her just doing her job as a cashier. And it's funny how the cashier next, the one that paid, I was paying, I was paying my money to, she tried to react a certain way when I looked at the little girl. And it's sad. It's really sad. It's sad to me to see these people using so many innocent people to do these evil things to. And when I say innocent people, I obviously talk about children. There's so many children involved in this, in the gang stalking, in the tormenting, and some of them are so young they don't even know what's happening. They're using all kind of toddlers. They're using preteens, and they're using just children that don't know, the young kids that don't know the gravity of what they're doing. Obviously, this adult doing it, and seeing that today, seeing this innocent little girl just, and not knowing what she's part of, and seeing the cashier, who's an adult grown woman, who's almost trying to create some BS scenario. And I'm like, do you know, like, don't coerce this innocent person into what you're doing. In my mind, obviously, I didn't say that. I just can't continue. But it's like, don't coerce this young innocent person to do the nasty things that you're doing, that you're, as an adult, aware of how bad this is. So to me, it's like, it's one thing to do evil, right? It's another to involve innocent people really innocent, the most innocent, to partake, to participate in the evil. Using children to do something terrible that you know is terrible, that you know, and I know that you know because when I interact with you, I see in you, you see people with shame or people who feel like what they're doing is wrong. You can never miss them. They can all from far. They can be all like power. They can sound. But when you talk to somebody who knows that he or she is part of something terrible, you will hear it immediately. You will know immediately. So they know what they're doing is wrong. But using kids, using innocent people, and involving them in this terrible thing is the worst. And in this video, I just wanna talk about like those innocent individuals that are participating in the targeting. And when I mean innocent, they're kids, they're young kids. And today, after me going to the grocery store, usually after an experience that's worth mentioning, because things are just becoming repetitive. I'm sure, this is not the first time where they try to use, like these kids, and I just ignore. But this one, for some reason, she caught my attention because she looks so innocent. She looked like she didn't even know the gravity. It just caught me off guard. It almost, it didn't break my heart, but it just like it did. I did feel like sadness for that. It's like she looked so innocent. She doesn't know she has her whole life ahead of her, and she's involved in these terrible things. And it's already said that she'll probably continue. But this is not the first time they try to do these things. I refuse to use a cashier that's the kid, just because I know the nasty things they're gonna try to do with me. So I completely refuse to even use a cashier like that's a young person because they do some terrible things. It's like don't even involve me in these disturbing things. Like you guys play your act together as you whatever you want, but I'm not. I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'm just gonna have a cashier that's an obvious adult that you can't play this nasty thing with my head. And so today was just special because this it looks so sad. It looks so pathetic almost. It was like this little child doesn't. She's just there like it caught me. It just really almost got to me. Like I felt like, oh wow, this is really sad. I mean, it's sad for me because I'm being tortured, but it's sad for this person, this child, because we know that in life when you do terrible things, when you do horrible things, when you partake in somehow somehow it comes back in you know it will come back at some point. Whatever you throw in the air, it will come back and bite you, and you will be reimbursed for what you do. Now, involving a child, what would you put that in this child's, not even comment, what would you even involve with that disturbing, nasty thing? It's sad. It just reminds me of like, when you hear about wars or war crimes of like somewhere in the third world country or genocide where you see they use children to do terrible things, and those children just they don't know any better. They're kids. They don't know. They think they trust these adults, and they do horrible things, and they grow up from thinking about it. It's like, damn, I can't believe, and they depressed and they're sad because they were part of it. And when I saw this child doing the like just there, just and this woman next to me, the cashier, who this cashier who knows that this game is disturbing, and she's trying to portray me as something I'm not. She knows that what she's doing is wrong, but she's she's okay. She signed up for it, and it's just so sad. It's sad. It's sad how they coerce innocent individuals, innocent kids that don't know any better. They're really children. That one was not even a teenager. She didn't even look like a teenager. And it's just it's sad for me. So, to all my target individuals, you will see very innocent people doing terrible things or partaking in it. They tend to use children. They tend to use people who look sensible, but the saddest part is when they use kids to partake in the slanders, partake in the tormenting, in partake in the gaslighting, to partake in the um, uh, what is it? Gaslighting and gang stalking. Sorry. So be strong. It's sad. I try not to. It's sad because sometimes I become angry toward these innocent kids because it's just what you just get mad toward them. But you just have to remember they're kids, they're children. They don't know what they're participating in. So people are directing them. Adults are directing them. Their own parents could be doing that to them. Their own family member could just pushing them to do these things. So, um, I just want you guys to be strong and understand that these kids, these innocent people, they don't know any better. They're kids. Imagine you as a child, you have your father, your mother directing you, or your somebody you think that's that you respect, telling you this and telling you that you do that, and that's okay to do that. You'll do it as a child. You don't know any better. But it is so sad to see that. It is so sad that perhaps this child down inside she knows something is wrong, right? And you know she knows something is wrong, and it's sad to see, and she's still doing it. It was sad to see. Honestly, I don't know why. It was just she looked such a like an innocent individual. They tried to play, and such an innocent kid, and this woman, this cashier, trying to create this false narrative and saying something. I just completely ignore it because I know she knows. And she it caught me off guard, and I wanted to speak on it, and I wanted testimony, and I want to testify and talk about it because they do that. This is gaslighting. This is disturbing things, and they use children, innocent children, and they try to break you, and it's sad. I always sometimes I was always sometimes I almost feel sad for the gaslight the gang stalker, the perp. I almost feel bad. It's like so sad to stoop so low, to put yourself so low. It's almost pathetic. You know you are a fully functioning adult. You know this makes no sense. I understand some of the younger perps that are adults, like those 20s, early 20s, 19, like this, at that age, they're so easily controllable, so easily manipulated. You can make them do anything. The saddest thing is seeing like a woman that's old enough to be a middle aged woman who might have kids participating in that and seeing that and trying to create this false narrative. It's so sad, and I pray that these kids get out of these things somehow, escape this program, or do not do, stop do not stop stop this whole somehow continue life without any of that. Do not work on any other target individual. Do not torment anybody else. I pray for this child, that innocent child, that she continues and never does anything that does not get involved in this thing. It was so sad to see her. Yeah, yeah. It seems like she was almost like close to tearing up. I don't know. But it looked very sad to see that, and it caught me like it's like wow. It's so sad. It's sad, and seeing the cashier trying to say something, knowing that that this is they're trying to that that's not true. I know you're trying to gaslight me. I know you're trying to play the whole side up. But you're a sad, pathetic person for even using this poor child into this. It's so sad. So be strong, guys. Be strong. This is all about deception. It's all about breaking down to get the target individual. They really try to create this false narrative, and this is gonna be persistent. It is a program. You know, this is such a like consistent. It's so repetitive, and so you're gonna have to accept that they're using children to break you and trying to create this nasty persona. So be strong in knowing who you are. I am getting stronger and stronger, regardless of of how much tormenting is happening, the more I see, yeah, like when I'm isolated, that's when the the nonsensical is at the highest. Because being isolated, um, you just you become out of touch with reality. So those thoughts they can inject are even more um, impactful. But when you're in the public and you still feel weird, you still get these nasty thoughts, but it's just the reality gets you to being around people gets you to have an understanding that this is off. It's so off. It's not you. And so now that I feel stronger, that I can even look at somebody in that partake in this and say, "This you're the pathetic individual. My life is being ruined in certain ways because I'm a target individual." But with that being said, I still maintain some honor and dignity that I have more than you, and you have nobody's stopping you for living your life, and you're doing these nasty things. And it's crazy that I thank everybody who's been making videos and providing their testimonies. I swear it gives others strength that you don't understand. Even if you think that you made a video and nobody saw it, somebody will see it. Somebody saw it. I saw a few, and thanks to that, I'm able to stay strong. I know the tactic. I know the templates. I'm not the first one who say that these people use children and to torment and disturb the target individual. I'm not the first one. I heard, I've somebody else validated that to me, so I understood. Okay, that's something they really do. The gaslighting, I'm not the first. I won't be the last. All of that has been said, but me being able to validate that gives me more strength and not forgetting who I am, because the goal here is to completely change who you are. Now I understand that the authentic me now is just slowly fading away, in a sense where it's I have to force myself to remind myself who I am, and this new thing they planting and use is just going in, and it's more of the standard now, because they implanted this persona, and they're like removing me, like they're removing who I really am. And but today, coming back from the store, something just turned off, like something just like clicked in regard of like, wow, this is really sad, this is pathetic. Like you you're using this child, this poor innocent person, child who's not even fully capable of understanding how bad this thing is, into creating this false persona. This child is just innocent. She's just doing her, like she's probably being told by somebody she trusts and respects to do this. And I feel, I felt bad for not only the child that doesn't know how bad, what she's involved is really bad and destructive, and that can come back and haunt her in other ways, because I keep saying, I do believe the nasty things you've done to people, the disturbing things you've done to people, the people you've hurt, the people you know you've ruined. This thing stays around. If I don't know if you believe in God or you be spiritual, but there's certain things that are so bad. There's no going back from. And so, why put this child into this kind of world? It's like she's already involved in something so bad. So there's so many like them. Today, honestly, it's not the first time. It happens almost every time I go to grocery or wherever I go. There'll be kids used to those disturbing things. That one specific child is just, she looked sad. It looked really sad to me. It was really sad. But and then the cashier trying to say something. Man, it was just it was bad. It was just it's sad for me to see this poor child, and it's sad to see this cashier, this adult woman having to say things like that. It's like, do you not have shame? Do you not feel some shame? Like, do you not have a bit of dignity? It's like but such is the program we're in. So get used to that. Um, you'll see the most bizarre things, the most innocent people partaking in the most disturbing things, not knowing how bad it is. And you see their own parents helping adults, people, saying some things that makes no sense to you. So be strong, understand that this is part of the program. If I die today, and let me say first, I'm far from it. I'm not perfect. I'm not an angel. I'm not a saint. I've done a lot of dumb things in my life. But dying, if I lose my life, there's actually, however, because you never know when it's your time. I honestly will thank God for showing me how much better I am than so many other people that I would have never thought, and I would thank him or her for not not putting me in that position, being a perp or doing something like a perp would do, because now I can see that it would be easy to be on the other side and do these terrible, horrible things to people, you know. But I thank God that this is torturous, it's horrible what's happening to me, and what's happening to all the target individuals. But at least I can look at myself in the mirror and not feel anything, like loving myself even more. I know I've not been perfect, but I can look at myself and say, "Thank you, God. This is whatever's happening to me is horrible. All these disturbing things they're doing, what all the nasty things they're doing to me mentally, psychologically, physically, with the radiation to my body, to my organs, is horrible. But thank God, thank you that at least I'm not, and where they do, I'm not them. The people who are implementing this torture, however strong they feel doing this, it's just it's not it'll fade fast. It's nothing. It you know. So to all my target individuals, stay strong. Whoever is participating in your targeting, kids, innocent people, don't don't fall for it. And whatever is happening to your mind, whatever things they inject in you, understand, you can block it out. You will never be able to. I mean, I don't. There's no technology as of yet that we know that can block, have a firewall and block out these disturbing thoughts. But always understand, just be strong, because they're trying to break you. So to all my target individuals, stay strong. Continue to live a life of dignity. Know that you are so much better than who they are. And if today's your day, know that you lived a better life than so many more. But know that justice will be done, and whatever they've done to you, whatever they're doing to you, it will be reimbursed. These people, you don't know their personal life, you don't even care, you should not even care, but understand it will be reimbursed. They do feel strong doing this, they feel some kind of power that they will never feel without, they they feel like gods, but then they will be reimbursed properly and they will be humbled the right way. So in the meantime, stay strong, maintain your dignity, and I'm trying to follow the same path. And what I'm saying, I'm trying to practice what I'm preaching. So stay strong, and bless you guys. Thank you.